Yes, I'm still alive, and apologize for not having any videos for a few months. It's been hectic, you know, just life, kids, work, and everything else, you know. Anyways, today's video is going to be pretty cool. I bought this, actually, my God, this is back November of last year in New York City, and I've had some requests for this actual Scotch, so I'm going to do it right now. And it's I love it. It's good stuff. Here we go. The Bruichladdich Port Charlotte, heavily peated. There you go. Now, as you know, Bruichladdich is very. The reputation is, you know, Laddie 10, which is almost gone, but which is an unpeated Isla Scotch, which this is amazing. I mean, Bruichladdich is one of the most amazing Scotches, I think, in Scotland. This one's amazing here, but so they took basically, you know, they did a expression from Bruichladdich, but they peated it this time, which is in here, which is really good. Not only did they peat this, but they combined the aging process and egg sherry casks and American oak casks. So it gives it a very, you know, real unique flavor and taste. So let's break it out with these tin cans. What they do. There you go. Now I've had some of this, not a lot, but you know, I've had, you know, some. Anyways, okay, this is a 10-year-old. It is not colored, okay, and it's unchilled filtered at 46% alcohol. And I mean, I love their bottles too. It's really cool looking. But here it is. There you go. Yeah, Port Charlotte, heavily peated. Now don't skip this part. I want to explain a couple of things to you guys as far as the peat goes, so just listen, okay? Anyways, so with this, they put peat in it, okay? Now, let me explain. Now, which is heavily peated, don't think that this is a complete smoke bomb, because it isn't, all right? It's not. Now, it's heavily peated for Bruichladdich because they don't put out a lot of expressions that are peated. Well, they have a couple, they have a few, but the heavily peated ones are the classic Ardbeg and Lafroig. Those are heavily peated. Now, just real quick, listen to this. Now the peat on this, now ppm is how they measure peat in the Scotch. Parts per millionth. Okay, so that's parts per millionth. So the higher the ppm, the more peat and smoke it's got. Simple math. Now this one here is 40 ppm. Now, to give you a good idea of the peat in relation to the, you know, Ardbegs, Lafroigs, Lagavulin, and Caol Ila, I have a chart here. I just want to read to you guys, okay? So the Ardbeg 10 is an average 54 ppm. This is 40, so that, you know. Bowmore is 25. The Bruichladdich, this one here, unpeated, is I think a 2 to 3 ppm, which is, you know, nothing. Which the Laddie 10 is a no peat expression, so basically there's nothing in there. Bruichladdich peated is 38, and Caol Ila is a 35, and Lagavulin 16 is a 35. The Lafroig 10 is around 43, 45, and this is a 40. So it's not too far behind the Lafroig, but the Ardbeg 10, you know, that's the 54 ppm. That's way up there as far as the peat index. But this is peaty, and it's not too, you know, it's a notch below the peat monsters, and it's got peat in it. All right, it does. So let's go ahead and get to this bad boy. And I bought this in New York City because I can't find this where I live in Florida, so I bought it last year in Thanksgiving time. So let's go ahead and pour a glass. Alright, non-chilled filtered, no coloring added, 46%. There it is right here. Now, I have my notes in my computer, and real quick, I had someone post a comment on my YouTube channel, and I guess some guy trolling. He said that I cherry-picked other reviews, to expand my channel. Let me tell you something. I'm not rich. I'm a blue-collar worker, and Scotch is very expensive. It's not like I have all this money to buy Scotch to be cool on YouTube. I enjoy what I do. I love Scotch, so I try to give you guys opinions and to save you money and tell you what to buy. And, I've got my own notes and my own taste buds, so whatever. Anyway, so now on the nose with this one here, it's very similar to the Laddie 10. If you've had this, it's similar. Okay. I should do a comparison with the Laddie 10. This one here. You get the Isla, the classic Isla smoke, smoke. You get the vanilla. You get some sweet vanilla, cream. You get the oak, and you get salt, peat, iodine, and you definitely get orange in this. So actually, I did. I read a few reviews on this one here to compare my notes, and orange peel oranges was a big thing with this one, and I agree with that. There's a lot of orange. I would say in this one here, the vanilla cream and the orange and the salt stand out pretty heavy in this one here. Alright, so let's go ahead and taste it. It's really good. Now notice the how thick it is. It's nice and oily. It's real thick. You can see those legs running down that glass. Nice and thick. Now the palate, I get that classic medicinal taste. Not as leathery as a Freud, but it's a little leather, and I get chocolate, caramel, and I do get on the taste that a little sherry, for sure. A lot of salt, and a lot of pepper, and it is fruity. It's got some of the fruits that Bruichladdich got. Bruichladdich is a very, very citrus, fruity Scotch. I mean, Bruichladdich is amazing when it comes to fruits. This one has a little bit in there, little fruits, orange peel, fruit, smoke, bonfire, medicinal, sea salt, seaweed, little band-aids in there, the medicinal. And the finish kind of lingers on. It lingers with that classic Isla taste. So if you're a fan of Bruichladdich, which, if you have not had Bruichladdich before, I would probably suggest you to just go out and get the Bruichladdich. I mean, even the Laddie 10, and I have the Bruichladdich Rocks up there. If you watch my reviews for the Rocks and the 10, I have reviews on those two. They're probably the most unique in Isla, because they put out a no peat version like this one and the peated version. Now, as Bowmore, the Freud, Ardbeg, Lagavulin, and all those, everything is peated. So they make a non-peat and a peated, which it's amazing. I mean, the Laddie 10 is just so phenomenal. You got all all the good stuff with Islay with no peat, with that salt, the sea breeze, the vanilla, the caramel, the oak. I mean, this is really good. Now, the only thing I'm going to say that's not good with this, okay, is the price tag. I mean, the price tag on this, I think, should be a lot less than what it is. Now, this right here goes for about 75, between 68 to 80 bucks. You know, I mean, it's definitely, you know, I definitely need to keep this in my collection. But the kind of money for this one here, it's a bit high. I mean, I could see maybe 60, you know, tops around there. But the 80 buck range, you know, that's a little steep. But it is a good product. So I guess, you know, if you have extra money, then I would definitely say you've got to get this. If you like Bruichladdich, Laddie 10, and the rocks, you have to get this, because you're enjoying Bruichladdich, was known for with the peat in there. Even though it's a little under the other big Islay monsters, there is peat and there's smoke, and the finish goes on. Anyways, guys, I'm sorry for, you know, the lack of reviews the last couple months. I've got actually a Dalmore 12 and Lefroy 18 coming up, and I've had some requests for that one, those two. So until then, keep on drinking the Scotch, and I'm going to also upload a video on whiskey glasses. I just purchased a new glass, and there's a huge difference on, you know, what you can use to nose and examine a Scotch between the two most popular glasses in the world to nose from. Until then, guys, have a good night. I'm going to finish this here, and as far as marks in this one here, you know, I'm going to give this probably, I'm going to give it an 88 out of 100. I would give it a 90 or 92, but the price needs to drop a little bit. It needs to go down, so it takes off a few marks for the price being so high, because you can actually buy peated Scotch for a little less than half this price, I'll be honest with you. So, but I think with Bruichladdich, it's more of a novelty, because they're known for an unpeated Scotch. So they peat this one here. So if you got the money, get it. And with that, you know, it's really good stuff. Until then, take it easy, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.